GTA tends to get boring at times, so today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 5 best vehicles to have fun in GTA 5 Online. If there's any vehicle that you think should be part of this list, let me know in the comments. So yeah, without further more yapping, let's get into the video. Okay then, starting out we have the tanks. Many people think that this thing is a griefer's best friend, but this can be everyone's favorite vehicle in GTA, mainly because of how fun it is. Like right now you're seeing the background footage, like what the hell is happening in front of you? You can do some crazy shenanigans with the tanks. Not gonna lie, it's super fun when you launch either your friends or just NPCs in general when you're driving around with a tank. It's just super fun. Now, if you are more into, destroying things, you can obviously use the tank to destroy NPCs, running them over, etc. Now, if you want to get launched most of the time, or if you want to hit things with your cannon, you should get the Rhino tank because first of all, it's cheaper, and second of all, it is more fun. Just be aware that if you do run over NPCs, they will blow up, and because of the explosions, this thing can die soon. On top of that, it's a Pegasus vehicle, which is horrible. Obviously, if you have the Ganjali, you can also use that because both of them are super fun to use. So yeah, make sure to get a tank if you haven't, if you want to have great fun in GTA. Next up, we got the Ruiner 2000. This is one of the most unique vehicles in GTA. This is mainly because this thing has the ability to jump as well as parachute, which I'm presuming this is the only vehicle which has a parachute. You can obviously use this parachute to glide, so you can do some crazy jumps or go to places where cars usually don't go, like jumping from island to island. On top of that, this thing has machine guns and missiles if you like exploding things, so you can use that. Now, if you do want to increase the amount of fun you want to have, you can get the Ruiner 2000 fully loaded. You can get the Ruiner 2000 fully loaded by first of all owning the Ruiner 2000 and then going into your CEO and starting off the fully loaded mission from the VIP works. And basically when you start the mission, a Ruiner 2000 will be marked on your map, which you can drive around, which has a better lock on unlimited missiles, and it can survive like 20 or 30 homing missiles. And if it does get destroyed, it means you won't lose it, it's just going to spawn back where you got it in the first place. So yeah, the Ruiner 2000 is super fun, it's super unique, and you should definitely check it out. Next up, we got the Oppressor MK1. This is a no-brainer. Like, the Oppressor Mark 1 is such a fun vehicle. This is mainly because this thing isn't like the Oppressor Mark 2 in which it continuously flies and does not need any skill. This thing actually needs skill. And obviously it's super fun because you glide and you need to touch the ground so you can get another boost. So when you get a hang of it and are much better with the Oppressor Mark 1, it is super satisfying to use. It's also super fun airstriking NPCs by going super high in the air and then dive bombing towards a road or like a sidewalk or something and shooting a missile and see if you can hit the NPC or the player. You guys should definitely get the Oppressor Mark 1, it's super fun to use. Next up, we got the police cars. Now yes, everyone keeps saying they're so expensive, they're slower than the normal variants of the cars, and they cost like 5 times more. I know, that is horrible. But when it comes to actually having fun, these vehicles are super fun. This is because if you have friends, you can literally do cops and robbers with them, which is super cool. And even in a public session, you can literally just drive up to people and roleplay a pullover scene, which people actually do. And people actually roll with it. Like, I've seen many times that people try to pull me over and I do, and then they come to my car and then I start running and then they're chasing me. It's super fun. I feel like police cars are, even though they're super expensive, they are an incredible addition to the game because you can have a ton of fun using them, especially with friends. Just before we carry on with the video, I do want to say that 95.3% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be giving you guys content on all the new things in this DLC as fast as possible. So yeah, let's get back into the video. Now before we get on with the best vehicle, I have a little special mention, and that is the RC Bandido. This thing is super cool because it's just a tiny RC that you can drive around and no one can see on the map. So you control people by just driving up to them and detonating it. You can also put different types of mines. So for me, I put the kinetic mine. So whenever someone drives over it or a player walks over it, they either die or they just get slingshotted into the air, which is hilarious. So yeah, if you don't have the RC Bandido, make sure to check it out. Okay then, time for the most funnest vehicle in GTA. These are the arena vehicles. These vehicles are just super fun. You can equip a ton of mines on them, which you can use in different ways, like how I use the kinetic mines to slingshot people in the air. You can use EMPs to disable someone's car, so they basically have no traction. It's just super fun. On top of that, you can put nitrous on these things, or you can put shun boost, which allows you to literally go left and right in a super weird manner, so you can just squish people or like hit them and throw them in the air, which is hilarious. You can also fit this thing with a jump, so you can get getting to places where you usually can't, as well as put a ramp on the front so you can literally push things out of the way and throw them super high in the air. You can also put spikes so if you get close to someone they are gonna die, or like chainsaws or something on the side. It's kinda insane. You can also put armor plating on these vehicles so that they survive, and you can put like machine guns and laser guns on these things so you can be offensive in a way. Honestly, I don't think there's any question about this. The arena vehicles are so fun and they have a ton of unique abilities that you can do. Let me know in the comments what you thought of my list, and let me know in the comments what you would replace from this list and what you would add to this list.